Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
I guess you know me well enough. Good friend, good neighbor, co-host. I don't go to Walmarts.
No. I know you don't.
Boycott Walmarts and big box stores. I hate them.
Well,
I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't like them. I don't like standing in line. I don't like them. I don't like what they do to communities smaller than the ones they're in. I just don't like them. But today I'm going to go to a Walmart if I get a chance.
wow. Huh. Okay. Is there a reason?
Yeah, it's National Family PJ Day, where it's a day set aside for you to be able to wear your pajamas all day long.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
I wish I would have known that.
Well,
I'd have just crawled out of bed and just come right here.
I cannot imagine the styles and different patterns that you'll see at Walmart today because there's quite a few people that wear their jammies to Walmart all the time. So you take the day and set it aside for PJ Day. It could be a Wally World circus. It could be great.
It would be a day to people watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, full-grown people with the pajamas with the feet in them. All one piece. Or the ones that hang down to where you see more than you want to see. But even if you're not going to Walmart, it's National PJ Day today.
All right.
So you should have worn your jammies.
We did that once here.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Let's not do that again.
I agree. It was an effort. Let's just call it that. So, real quick here, National Seatbelt Day. Now, many of us are old enough to remember when you didn't have seatbelts, or it wasn't a law that you needed to have them on. Now, in Nebraska, you don't have to wear them, but if you get pulled over for something else, you can get a ticket.
That's my understanding, too. Yeah,
I think so. So, but a lot of us remember bouncing around in a car. You know, they just threw you in the back seat. And
that's how my sister and I survived the long road trips on vacation. Was we were in the back seat, and one of us would get to lay out on the back seat, and the other would crawl in between the seats and lay on the floor.
Yeah. Or
that's how we survived.
And some of the older cars had big decks below the back window.
Yeah.
And I remember kind of having a little tussle over who got to lay up on top next to the back window.
Yeah.
And, you know, take in the sun and look at the sky as you're going down the road.
Because, you know, if we were confined to just setting for, say, a 8-10 hour road trip, we'd get fussy as kids. And then mom and dad say, just lay down.
Yeah. Well, it was acceptable to bounce around in the back of your parents' station wagon while they smoked with the windows rolled up. Those were the good old days. The 3-point seatbelt we use today was invented 64 years ago today in 1959. Before that, there were only the lap belts. Or you just learned to go limp before your car hit a tree. Relax. Don't tense up.
Yeah.
I think we've made some progress there. According to AAA, 90% of Americans wear seatbelts on a regular basis, while 10% of us have death wishes.
I must admit, I'm much better at it. I'm much better at buckling up. Now, I do struggle when you just have to go downtown quick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You just have to run into town and fill the car up with gas.
Right.
And then you're coming straight back. But once I get out on the road, I'm much better at buckling up because, I mean, you know, sometimes statistics don't lie.
Well,
so,
gosh, no, they don't in this case.
No. So,
well,
I'm glad I've got better. And I think as a whole, we've all gotten better, haven't we? I mean, I think the statistics maybe show that a little bit too, which is good.
I don't think Nebraska does well nationally comparatively to other states. We're still behind buckling up here in Nebraska compared to a lot of places. But I think a lot of us are that way. I'm guilty of that, too. I'm going to run into town to pick up the mail.
Oh.
Now, a lot of times what happens for people who use seatbelts all the time, for me, when you say, hey, I'll run you into town, and they get in your car and buckle up, then you've got to buckle up because they've buckled up. But I think the law officials out there are going, buckle up on those short trips, because that's where a lot of the accidents
absolutely
happen.
Yeah.
So we're doing better, but we can improve. But
I will say this, the dinger in
helps.
The car, it does help, because there are many times I'm just like, okay, all right, I got it, I'll buckle up. But isn't it interesting? You think about vehicles. The minute you purchase one, it starts to depreciate, right?
Oh yeah,
and things. But the one thing that never goes down on a vehicle is the dinger for the seatbelt.
Oh God, you're right about that.
I don't think those ever go down.
Well, and nowadays, if you have a newer car, just talking about that this morning with my wife, Joan, and she was with some friends yesterday, and one of them got a new car, and they rode in it yesterday. They got together, and there's all these sensors and all these different things, and pretty soon you feel like it's watching you. Your back door is ajar, and there's all kind. And then you sometimes you look, and the door is ajar. Sometimes maybe the sensor's a little oversensitive, but there's everything is computer chipped in cars nowadays, and so they can tell you whether you just sneezed. It's crazy. Moving away from the seatbelts, it's National Pickle Day.
Oh, love pickles.
Most people do, but here's the data on that. Very important breakfast show data. Dill pickles are twice as popular as sweet pickles.
Okay.
Which I think that's probably understandable. If dill pickles are very popular. You put dills on hamburgers and different things.
I enjoy the sweet pickles.
See, I don't.
Don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Not come at all. But anyway, I can eat a sweet pickle if I happen to get one by accident. I don't spit it out, but otherwise I don't go for it. If it weren't for pickles, now this is an interesting pickle fact. If it weren't for pickles, Christopher Columbus may have not discovered America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, true.
Don't know if I read that in my history book.
During their voyage, they were running out of food, and his sailors ate ration pickles to keep them from dying of scurvy.
Oh.
So the dill pickles help them avoid dying of scurvy, which is a common, ship problem.
Sure. Yeah.
So if it was for pickles, I think the Native Americans might have been happier about things. Barron Springs, Michigan calls itself the Christmas pickle capital of the world. Every December, they throw a parade where the Grand Dillmeister tosses fresh pickles to all the people watching. It's a pretty big deal.
Oh, I like what you did there. I got it.
Get that, Logan?
Yeah.
School lunch menus.
All right, here we go.
Today, the Prairie Pioneer Center, pork loin, mashed potatoes and gravy, tomatoes, zucchini, dessert, and dinner roll. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know that you're on your way to have lunch today if you're not a regular customer, or call them at that number to set up home delivery.
Thetford School today. Hamburger gravy at Thetford today.
Sergeant, chicken fajitas with lettuce, cheese, and salsa, corn, fruit cup, and milk.
Cozad today. Chili, cheeseburgers with French fries, and the pizza bar at Cozad today.
Litchfield, rib sandwiches, fruit, vegetables, and milk. Litchfield. Hello, Cadence.
Broken Bow Middle and High School today. Beef stroganoff with dinner roll, smothered chicken sandwich, smothered spicy chicken sandwich, fresh baked ham and cheese sub. And the Grill Station combo at Broken Bow today is a crispy chicken sandwich basket.
Arcadia today, chicken fried steak.
And Myrna today, beef stroganoff with dinner roll, grilled chicken sandwich, and uncrustable cheese and cracker platter at Myrna today.
All right, Ansley, they're having goulash, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Arnold is having their Thanksgiving meal today at Arnold.
At Callaway, it's chili.
Gothenburg today, some of their choices: beef stroganoff with dinner roll, grilled chicken sandwich, made fresh buffalo ranch pizza, fresh baked combo sub, and a pizza snackable at Gothenburg today.
I think I said that incorrectly for Callaway. It's chili soup. It's not necessarily more chili in Callaway than other portions of Custer County. Loop City Public Schools, chicken wrap or pulled pork sandwiches.
SEM today, Salisbury steak at SEM.
That's your school lunch menus. And I just remembered that, well, first of all, confession time.
Oh.
Joan sent the trivia questions to me the other day.
Oh, okay,
well,
great.
A while back, and I thought she just sent 1 week. Well, there were several other attachments to that.
Okay.
She has resent that to me, which I have forgotten to print out. So.
Okay. So do I need to make up a question real fast?
We'll get a little music going, and I'll go print it off.
Oh, that sounds great.
We'll have fresh questions for you coming up on the trivia game and give away a prize, hopefully. Here's the Mavericks on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. The Mavericks with Nicole Atkins, Close By, Visit Often. Name of that cut for you. 7:45. All right. Got some printed out material here from Joan on trivia. What's the category? What's the questions about?
This is music trivia.
Ooh,
yeah,
right.
I like these questions. We're going to give you the name of a hit song, and then you're going to tell us which decade it came from.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
All right. So, in which decade was Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen first released?
Okay.
In which decade was Bohemian Rhapsody first released? Your choices are the 1950s, the 1960s, the 1980s, or the 1970s. In which decade was Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen first released? The 50s, 60s, 80s, or 70s? Excuse me. 50s, 60s, 80s, or 70s? Those are your choices. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And what will they win today?
Oh, how about pizza today?
All right. Pizza Hut Pizza. Give us a call.
Wake up to the best.
I never miss a morning.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Red Hot Buys are at your local RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow. Looking for quality? Go with Milwaukee. Tons of buy one, get one free deals are available, like buying an M18 fuel brushless drill and impact driver kit, or M18 red lithium battery and charger and getting an extra battery, sawzall, grinder, or leaf blower free. Or get a Milwaukee fuel hammer driller driver kit or circular saw and get a free M18 battery, a $199 value. These and so many more Milwaukee deals are at RT Ace Hardware, Broken Bow, right now.
It takes hard work and determination to build a winning team. It also takes hard work to finish the laundry list of projects around your home. Refresh your space by completing that list with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home or your dream home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
We have Gayleen on the line. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good. What do you remember when you were little? Did you have to wear a seatbelt?
No.
Oh. And then long.
Back in the good days.
Well, in some ways, yes.
Yes.
Freedom-wise. Here's Brent with your question.
Okay, Gayleen, in which decade was the hit song Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen first released? Was it in the 1950s, the 1960s, the 1980s, or the 1970s?
I'm going to guess the 70s.
Your guess would be correct. Way to go. And because you've answered correctly, we got a certificate that'll get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Gayleen.
Yep, bye.
Bye. All right, it's 11 minutes before the hour. Let's talk sports and preview an exciting Friday.
We'll take Friday first. Tomorrow we've got high school football for you. SEM will be playing in the six-man football state semifinals. They'll be playing Garden County for the right to move on and play for the six-man football state championship, which will take place next week in Kearney. And we will broadcast the game for you on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Kickoff will be at 5 o'clock, and that'll be coming up tomorrow.
All right, big game. And you can listen to it on our KBBN 95.3 FM. Also, we have Huskers coming up on Saturday after a week off, bye week, some coaching changes. Hopes are high, as usual, for Husker fans.
Yes. Before we get to football, we'll remind you that we have Husker volleyball on tonight. Nebraska will try to remain unbeaten in Big Ten volleyball play tonight when they take on Minnesota. And we will broadcast that for you tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM. Match time around 8. Air time on the Huskers radio network will be tonight at 7 o'clock. And then, as Dave mentioned, we'll have Husker football coming up on Saturday as Nebraska is back at it on the road at USC to take on the USC Trojans in L.A., and we will broadcast that for you Saturday afternoon with airtime at 1 o'clock on the Huskers radio network. Kickoff for the game just after 3 on Saturday afternoon.
Good morning to Cindy Taylor, who has dropped us a note this morning saying good morning to Dave and Brent. Thank you, Cindy, very much. Appreciate that. Also, always appreciate our folks who are guests on our breakfast show. And coming up this half hour, we'll be having Dave Davis Farmers National. I believe we'll be having Christy's younger sister and Gentleman Jim on a little bit later on. And in the 8 o'clock hour, we have Clang Financial scheduled for you. We're playing new music today that we're just putting in here in the last few weeks on KBBN, so we're going to feature some of our new cuts for you that you hear off and on 95.3 FM. This one's from Johnny Blue Skies, Mint Tea.
Serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies, on-site AED training, or mops and restroom products, stocked and ready when you need them. Better work days happen together. So visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favorites, but I'm your #1 customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our #1 customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by KNOP, the 36-year-old man who was shot at a North Platte home on Saturday is now in stable condition, according to police. The victim is being treated at a Kearney hospital for a gunshot wound to the chest. According to North Platte police, officers were called to a home near East 11th and North Walnut Streets after a caller reported a driver ran their vehicle into a parked car in the area. The driver was slumped over the steering wheel. The victim was taken to Great Plains Health by ambulance with life-threatening injuries, then transported to Kearney for a higher level of care. The suspect, Devontae Booker, age 23, of Evansville, Indiana, is due in Lincoln County Court on Tuesday. He was arrested on suspicion of first-degree assault, second-degree assault, and use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony. During the investigation, police discovered Brooker's girlfriend was related to one of the residents living at the home and arrived in North Platte a few weeks ago, along with Booker. Police said an argument between Booker and his girlfriend and the victim at the home turned into a physical altercation between Booker and the victim. Booker retrieved a 9mm pistol and shot the victim in the chest, according to police. Booker and his girlfriend were later detained in the Dollar General parking lot after running away from the home. Their 18-month-old daughter was taken into protective custody. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
There were two 50-point games on Wednesday night in the NBA. Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo scored 59 in their 127-120 overtime win over the Detroit Pistons. He also had 14 rebounds and 7 assists. Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs had the first 50-point game of his career in their 139-130 win over Washington. He scored his 50 points in just 32 minutes, including 8 three-pointers. LeBron James had a triple-double in the Los Angeles Lakers' 128-123 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. The Cleveland Cavaliers became the 6th team in NBA history to open a season 13-0, thanks to a 114-106 victory at Philadelphia. And Kobe White of the Chicago Bulls made 3 clutch free throws with 3 seconds remaining for a 124-123 win over the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Bright sunshine today with daytime highs approaching 63. Southwesterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, lowest dip down to about 29. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 58. Dry with temperatures above average Saturday and Sunday, and highs from the mid-50s to the low 60s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
It's 8:07. Let's go outside with Happy Jack and see what the weather's like. Jack?
Very, very chilly this morning, Dave. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Happy Jack Simpson here with you. 24 degrees outside, mostly sunny skies. There's only a few light, wispy clouds. No wind, really. I'd say it's calm out of the northeast. Barometric pressure at 30.01, humidity at 83%. The last 24 hours, we had 3 inches, 300ths of rain, and precipitation for this month is up to 99. High yesterday, 56. Overnight sunrise today was at 28.
Oh, I don't know why he's having problems out there, but I think we get the gist. Yeah. It's pretty nice. It's a little chilly.
I would like to applaud the descriptiveness of the report, bringing out the word wispy
Whispy's
All
nice.
right.
Yeah, that's a
Way
good
to
one.
go, Jack.
Way to go, Jack.
Yeah.
Wispy is a big word.
It is.
Well, we'll get Jack back out there again tomorrow, and we'll get that technical issue solved as well, hopefully. Good to have you along here on this wonderful Thursday. Sun is shining, looking good out there.
Your friends at Gateway Motors, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram are thankful for all their wonderful customers. They invite you in each Monday through Friday this month to register for daily drawings for a frozen turkey voucher to Grocery Cart. Don't forget, Quick Lube is now available. No appointment necessary. Plus, they are the only Nebraska dealer offering forever warranty on vehicles under 100,000 miles at no cost to you. Happy November from Gateway Motors in Broken Bow.
Hi, this is Andrew from Pearson Physical Therapy. Did you know we offer dry needling? Have you heard of it? Are you curious if it might be right for you? It often gets compared to acupuncture, but there are definitely many differences. Our goals in therapy are often pain reduction and improved mobility, and that's just what dry needling is all about. Come talk to us, and we can see if it's right for you. 872-5800, or stop by and see us on West Highway 2.
Been scouting for that trophy buck? AeroSeed has game cameras to do the job for you. Moultrie's white flash trail cameras are the perfect scouting tool for hunters and wildlife watchers. There's one for every need and budget. With 30 years of experience, Moultrie is known for its products that are reliable, durable, top-performing, and affordable. Also available at AeroSeed are supplements and gravity feeders to promote health and antler growth. Stop into AeroSeed in Broken Bow to learn more about game cameras and supplements to enhance your wildlife experiences.
It is 13 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, and we promised you we would have guests in the studio, and they have arrived. Klang Financial is here. Tim Moran, how you doing, Tim?
Doing good.
Mr. Klang, how you doing?
Great.
James?
Yeah, good to be
You
here.
prefer James or Jim?
Well, James. Yeah,
you go by James, don't you?
Jim, growing up. So he was Jim and I was James.
Okay, well, we'll stick with James then.
There's a small group that calls him Jimmy, but that's on the down low.
Yeah, we don't let that get out.
Well, I'd love to call you Jimmy the whole show, but I probably better not do that.
Be Jimmy and Timmy over here.
Yeah,
Hey,
Jimmy.
there you go.
That's great. That's great. So I have a question for you. I was just mentioning, and I think I know your answer, so I'm going to ask it anyway. But, you know, with the election and change of the guard, some dramatic changes in administration and so forth, are there, and I actually been kind of watching the financial gurus a little bit more because a little bit of known territory. What's your thoughts? What do you tell your clients about, you know, how politics affects our savings account or doesn't?
Sure, yeah. Well, I tell everybody that no matter who's in office, the market's been up and down. So, but over time, the market trends upwards. So really, whoever runs Congress or the White House has maybe temporary effects on it, but not long-term. Policy that comes out of the administration may affect things temporarily. But ultimately, me and you drive the market because we're the ones with 401ks. We're the ones with, small business owners that have employees that are funding their retirement. Just the average Joe has the vast majority of the money in the market. And so if we're positive, we're confident, then the market will reflect that and the economy will reflect that. In the short term, historically, between the election and the inauguration has been done very well. So this is a good time to reap in some of the gains that we may see between now and the inauguration. And then subsequently, historically, again, there's the year following an election typically is pretty good. There's also other indicators in the economy and with job reports and those types of things that also signals that there may be a decent outlook in the future, but we never know.
We don't know. And in global markets come into play there, and and that's another whole consideration, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. The international, global stuff, that's a whole nother animal. But sometimes it can follow suit. There's a lag, but not always.
Okay, all right. I kind of thought that's where you would kind of land because history, you're using data history from past elections, so...
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing we have to go by. I lost my crystal ball the last move we took. And
it's too bad. Think of the money you could be making.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
Have you ever used a magic 8-ball?
I have.
Have you?
Well,
nice.
not in my business.
Oh, okay.
It came up maybe too many times. It wasn't yes or no.
Maybe. It didn't give me the answers.
This thing's not helping.
That's right.
It didn't give me the answers I wanted, so I just stayed away with it. But yeah, not anymore.
All right. Well, you do usually get that bump after the election is over because I think everybody's so darn happy that it's over.
Yeah, right. Hey, no more texts.
no matter what happens, you're kind of glad that maybe it'll quiet down a little bit.
Exactly.
But, yeah. All right. I happened to stop in and visit with you the other day and talk about all the different options there are out there for planning long-term and short-term. And Tim, jump in here if you like anytime because I know you work with that. It's amazing all the different options there are and different ways of putting things together, guys. Depending on your personal situation, where you're at in life, this is the conversations that you guys have. I think one thing we've learned by talking with you is that You think when you go in to see a financial advisor, you're going to be just talking about numbers. But really, that's kind of the last thing you talk about. Yeah, Tim, you talk about people's, where they're at in their life, what they want. Do they want to leave some family, some money someday? Those are long, in-depth conversations that you guys have, I would think.
Yeah, it's more than just, it's more than just sales. It's more than just trying to push we're not trying to push a product on anybody. And one thing that they train us really well on is to look at your whole financial situation as your house. And so we want to look at your whole financial house, basically, and we always want to start with the foundation and then build off of that. But it's never complete until you cross the finish line, until you're done. And so we're always continually planning and trying to help you build your financial house. And obviously we use life insurance as kind of that bedrock piece. But like you said, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of nuances to this, and every situation is different. There's not two clients that come in and they're identical. And so it takes a conversation, and it's not about, hey, I think you need this. No, what's best for your situation? How can we tailor it and customize it to where you're going to maximize and reap the best benefits from this? And then also it's just adding another layer of protection, peace of mind, and planning for the future. So, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next year. But we can do everything we can with the information we have today, and to put something into play for you that's going to make you be like, you know what, I'm heading in the right direction. This has been helpful. These are the steps I need to take. We have guidance. We have solutions that will help. We want people to be prepared to the best of our ability. So that's what those conversations look like. It's not it's not like you're on the side corner and you're getting sold cheap watches where we pop open our vest and like, hey, let me show you something. No, it's a conversation to get to know you, get to know your situation.
Yeah. And one of the things I'm certain, and I'm not a financial advisor, as you know, but I'm certain, James, that there will be a discussion about taxes.
Yes, we discuss, we are constantly discussing the consequences of your financial decisions, and one of them is taxation. So, yeah, absolutely. That kind of reminds me of, there's few things in the financial industry where you can get a deduction up front and then also tax-free on the back end, or a deduction on the back end too, as you reap the benefits. And one of those few investment vehicles or protection pieces that you can put in place is long-term care insurance or extended care insurance. And I don't know if you knew, Tim, but this is Long-Term Care Insurance Awareness Month.
I've gotten like 8 emails from the company reminding me of that. But thanks for the reminder again.
He is aware of it. Yeah. And who doesn't want to talk about extended care or long-term care insurance? It's so much fun.
Well, taxes together with that, you'd think that would be an awful conversation, but it's not, because it's life. Yeah, it's where we live. We're going to pay taxes, and we're not going to be on this earth forever, right?
We aren't. And how many of us have a loved one that spent some time in a nursing home?
Right.
And we all know they're not inexpensive. They're costly, and to take care of someone or your frail body as you age can be expensive. And so there's various ways to help mitigate that cost, and you can self-insure. So if you have save enough up in a bank account where you designate this money here is just for extended care, nursing home. Another way to mitigate that huge expense, which can be upwards of $100,000 a year to be in a nursing home. Another option is insurance, and it's typically much more efficient if you go into a nursing home. You pay a small chunk in the form of a premium every year, and when you go in, you get the insurance company then pays the nursing home, and you don't have to out of your pocket, or it's a joint effort. The insurance company pays some, you pay some, and hopefully the insurance pays the vast majority of it. But so long-term care insurance, you get a deduction for the premiums today. And that's what I was talking about. There's few investment vehicles that allow that, but your premium dollars can be deductible today and come right off the top of your income, reduce your income for this year. And then the benefits on the other end, when you go in and the insurance company starts paying the nursing home, that is a tax-free benefit. So there's tax benefits on both ends. So
one of the things that might be worth highlighting, either one of you want to do this, is that there are options that if you don't use it, there's options that you can buy into that the money's not gone if you don't use it. I mean, that's pretty important to know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've learned a little bit. I call them the hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cross between life insurance, a long-term care insurance, and an investment, because you get a return of your money as well. Mm-hmm. Have you looked into those?
Yeah.
Worked with those much?
The asset flex is what those are called, and it's a universal life paired with long-term care. So they build some cash value, but it has a death benefit if you don't use it. And those are really nice vehicles for younger people, because if you're in your 30s, 40s, maybe 50s, you're not thinking long-term care. You're not thinking, I'm going to be in a nursing home someday in the future.
Right.
I don't want to deal with that. So this is a way where you can begin setting some money aside for that specific vehicle, and then it grows as you, just like it would with life insurance. Mm-hmm. And if you get to that stage of life, you pass away, or you never go into, you never need that type of care, your beneficiaries are going to reap the benefit of that. They get, basically, they're going to get a return on that money through the death benefit. And so it's kind of a unique vehicle that's out there, whereas your other long-term cares, they're just insurance.
Right. Now, you guys know, I know you think of me as a big spender. Brent certainly does.
That's what comes to mind, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say I would like to. Now, here's an example. You think, well, I would like to leave my friend Brent some money after I'm gone. There's no guarantee that in this world that who's going to go first. You know,
Mm-hmm.
We don't know day to day. Honestly, it's something we don't like to talk about. But you go, well, I'm going to leave this for my kids or my family members, and that's with the idea that you're going to be going into the next life before they are, right?
Yeah.
So I'd like to leave, if it all works out, I'd like to leave Brent $500, $500 when I'm gone.
Nice.
Now,
wow.
How would I go about that?
Using life insurance?
Well, whatever vehicle you want me to use, I just want to make sure he gets $500, and I would like for the interest to go to me.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful.
After you pass away?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You got to put a coin slot in your coffin, so you just drop that interest off each month.
I'd like a little jar there at the funeral, and
there you go.
Oh, nice.
It's a tip jar.
Have you guys ever been approached with that question before?
No, but it sounds like a fun one.
Yeah.
We'll exhaust every resource to figure out something there.
We'll find a way to sell that to you, Dave. We'll find a way.
How would inflation figure into that? Would I need to come up with maybe $675 to make sure he gets the 5?
Yeah. We'll need to put some pencil and paper on that. Okay. We'll need to put some work into it. I'll have Tim crunch some numbers on it, and we'll figure out a plan for you, Dave. And
okay.
Where you get the interest, and Brent just gets the $500, and it's a vice versa, right?
Huh?
So if something happens, so $500. I tell you,
it's a cross sale right here.
Just give me $500. I'll sort it out for you.
Okay.
We'll figure it
Hey,
out.
I do have a quick question. Since you were talking long-term care insurance, something that has really taken off has been assisted living. Is that considered long-term care?
Yeah,
okay.
It is. And I'm glad you asked because I have this little sheet here because I can never remember. With long-term care insurance, to qualify for the benefit, a doctor needs to sign off on you not being able to do 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. I have them listed right here for those on Facebook.
Wow.
Or if there's a cognitive disability. So that's kind of the 7th. But yeah, and so this benefit can be for assisted living, a nursing home. And so as long as you qualify to not be able to do 2 of these. So let's go through these. And maybe you want to check off some of these boxes today, Dave, if you can't do these.
Probably should.
So bathing is one activity of daily. Okay. So, bathing.
I don't like it, but I can still do it.
You thought you smelled something, didn't you, Brad?
Let me check that out.
Don't like it. Eating. Can you feed yourself?
Do you have to? How does that work? Do you have to cook it or just eat it?
No, you have to. You can't
plate to mouth.
Yeah, plate to mouth. You can't do the plate from mouth. I don't know. Maybe is that by choice or maybe what if
you're a little heavy set? Somebody's holding your hand down. That doesn't count.
Okay, I'm going to check yes on that. Brent, are you checking yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3.
So far, I'm still good.
Okay, you're still okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, dressing. So what kind of dressing do you like on your salad? Is that what it means?
No. Yeah, if you like ranch, you definitely need this. If you like Dorothy Lynch, it's acceptable.
How about Thousand Island? Is that all right?
Oh, boy, you were talking about being on the edge.
You're qualified at that point.
Dressing, putting on your own clothes.
Yeah,
Now, I would like to bring up an incident that occurred a while back. Dave did show up to work with 2 completely different non-matching shoes on his feet.
Oh.
I don't know.
Dave's a trendsetter.
They weren't both like right-footed or both like left-footed. It was like the.
No, I do think one. Okay. Yeah, one was right foot, but they were completely non-matching shoes.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Oh boy,
Smarty Pants.
Yes.
So when you pull your pants on, do you have to? Can you pull your pants on standing in the middle of the room, or do you have to lean up against the door?
No, I can still do it in the middle of the room yet.
So I'm going to mark you a yes then.
Okay.
And I can still, even though my shoes don't always match, I'm marking yes.
Okay. Well, that kind of leads us to the next one, which is transferring. Can you transfer to? Do you need how much leaning do you do against the wall when you put on those shoes? Can you transfer from a chair to a bed or something like that?
I found the dishwasher to be quite helpful if you just lean against the dishwasher. But you have to be careful because sometimes you can accidentally turn the dishwasher on.
Yeah.
Is that your question?
Kinda. Do you have trouble transferring around the house?
It's beginning. Be honest about it, but
I'd mark it, Dave.
Mark it down.
Yep.
Okay, yes on that one.
Toileting. Okay, so this is a serious one. Can you toilet yourself?
So far, so good, James.
Okay, well.
Brent, are you all right on that?
I think so, yes.
This is where this conversation takes an interesting twist whenever you're talking to a client, because you talk to somebody who's maybe 50, 60, and they're a long way from this. But then you think about, hey, what about your parents? If you were taking care of your parents right now, how comfortable would you be to wipe your mom or dad's rear end?
Right.
That's where the conversation is like, oh, maybe you start thinking ahead, because then you think about, well, I don't want my kids to do that for me. Because that would be really embarrassing for me and for them. And then that's where you think, well, maybe a professional should be doing something like this instead of myself. And so you don't think all these other ones, it's like, oh, this is not a very big deal. But then that starts getting personal.
Yeah, they are a big deal.
And so then you start thinking about, oh, well, I might want a trained professional that I don't really know that well to take care of that task when I'm 80 or 90 years old. I don't want a family. I don't want to put that burden on my family. And that's what long-term care really is about, is alleviating the burden from your family, not placing that on them where they have to completely reshuffle their lives to take care of you in the latter stages.
Yeah.
So it's not only the financial security side of it, of making sure you don't spend everything you have on long-term care, but it's also the peace of mind for your family that they are not taking care of you in those private, intimate type settings.
It's a great point, Tim. And then there's the family members who want to do it, but they risk their own health sometimes doing it because it's a lot of work to be able to take care of somebody. The other part of it is we're all spread out anymore. Grandma may live here, mom may live here, but the rest of the kids might live all over the country.
Yeah,
so that's another point. That's a very good one.
What if you have a caregiver that comes to your home? Would long-term care insurance still benefit something like that, or do you have to be at a facility, so to speak?
Typically, most, at least the ones that come out of our office, have a home health care provision to it. So if you, again, these 6 activities of daily living, if you qualify for not being able to do at least 2 of them, then you qualify for the benefit. And that benefit can include a nursing home, assisted living, or a nurse to come to your home and take care of you there. And that's a really important provision to have. And not all of them do have it. So if that is important to you, make sure, and you're looking into it, make sure that provision is part of it. And that's typically something we add to our policies, is for that home health care provision. And so a nurse can come home in your own home. You don't have to go somewhere else, a strange place. You can stay home and a nurse come take care of you there.
That's huge. That's a good question, because we all want to stay in our homes as long as we can.
Absolutely.
You bet.
Yeah.
There's one more on the list.
Well, should I cover that?
He doesn't want to go there.
It's like just building up. This is the climax.
That's number 6.
Oh, 6.
Get your pens out.
Okay.
Your D pens out.
D pens out. It's continents.
Oh. Well,
that's continents, not continents.
I understand.
North America.
You know what? So that's something that we talk about it on the show once in a while, because the world has changed so much. Because we can talk about these things. We watch our favorite TV show, or maybe a newscast, and these things we're talking about now are publicly discussed, which is a healthy, good thing, right?
It is.
And this is a issue that plays right into being able to be by yourself, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, speaking of continents, I grew up in the 80s watching college football, and there's this guy, played for Boston College, won the Heisman Trophy, threw that big, long Hail Mary, and then went on to play for the NFL for several years, just a manly man quarterback. I saw a commercial with him advertising Depends, and I thought, am I getting old too? I'm sure I'm not that much younger than he is, but he's out there advertising Depends. And so that goes to your point. We're talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Celebrities are endorsing these things, and it's just part of life.
It is.
I was watching a financial channel last night, James, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was on because he's now a spokesman for a company that provides a replacement for knees, shoulders, and all of that. And they're using the Terminator theme, and he's now their spokesperson. And of course, he's always been big about trying to encourage people to keep moving, whether it's just riding a bike or whatever. And he says no reason for you, if you have a knee that's limiting you to go out and exercise, get that replaced. and that was a whole financial show that I watched last night with the Terminator talking about knee replacements and shoulder replacements.
Yeah.
So it's a conversation because I think most of us realize that the age factor in the United States of America is up there. I mean, the average age is high in the United States.
Statistically, 90-year-olds are the fastest growing population group in the United States. So, yeah, that's funny you mentioned knee replacements and stuff. Steph has a lot of those conversations with her clientele, especially this time of year. She's pretty busy with open enrollment with Medicare and under 65 health insurance. So, but it's good we're having these conversations about a lot of these things that maybe at one time or another, because of technology, people really didn't care to talk about it, or some of these things were taboo. But I think it's healthy to have some of these conversations.
It is.
Come and talk with Tim, with me or Steph. Rebecca is in our office. Rebecca can help with pretty much anything now. She's, she's registered, so she can help with investments as well. Tim is on his way. To be registered, there's at least 3 tests to take. He's got 1 down. 2 to go. It's a process, so they don't let anybody just be a registered.
Well, we're glad of that.
We're
happy that it takes some challenges to get through it, so that you get the people that really care that get in those positions. And Tim, you've mentioned a couple times, I think the challenge is, talking with younger people about these things that, let's face it, when you're 30 years old, you go, that's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
But being at this point in my life, I can tell you blink and you go from 30 to 70 pretty quick. And so these are things that you'll help people with. Now, I do have a technical question here, because you mentioned that you can get the insurance will take care of. Nurse comes into your home and you need care at home, help out the family. Is there a clause in any of the policies that you sell that would allow, say, a neighbor to be able to go over to the neighbor's place across the street and have them take care of you? Would they be able to receive some payment for that? Because I know that Brent, if something happens and I need care, he has an extra bedroom over there. And my wife may not be able to take care of me, and I get a little cantankerous when I don't feel good. So do you think there would be a policy that would pay for me to live with Brent and Shelley?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yes,
just for that specific instance.
Yeah, we'll write it in there.
It'll be the Dave Burney rider.
Yeah, we'll put that provision in there.
I like the sounds of that.
Yeah.
Actually, if he started his own company to where he was taking care of senior adults, and he can only have, even if he only has 1 client, if he starts a company, he could receive the payment for your in-home care with the long-term care.
Oh, wow.
But it can't be just an individual. It has to be a specific company. And that way it kind of takes out, I just went and hired somebody to come in and take care of me. It has to be through a company. So it has to.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was kind of my thinking with the whole caregiver thing. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, so you can't just hire your family member to come in and they receive payment through the company. It needs to be a company that you hire, and there's a lot of them out there that would come in and bring a professional, and that helps with the vetting to make sure they know what they're doing. It also to make sure that they have been properly trained. Because you don't want just anybody in your home, and then you get in that stage of life, then you're worried about your possessions. You want to be able to trust that person, and having a legitimate company that you're dealing with.
So, Apperson Care LLC.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you look young enough where there's time for him to be able to set this up and have this all in place by the time you're ready.
Yeah. I know a couple lawyers you can reach out to, Brent.
Perfect.
Having fun with this is A-okay. And Tim, you always kind of bring it back around, because these are conversations that you can learn about how to go about things. I was making a little joke to upset Brent. That's my goal in life. And here we go. He could start a company and care for somebody.
Yeah. And it could be you, Dave.
It could be me, old buddy.
Talk about goals in life, right?
Yes, this is
I'm
sweet.
just kind of speechless. I don't know what to say.
I think it looks to me like Brent's kind of tearing up a little bit. Not sure why, but you guys have such a sweet relationship here, and you're willing to care for each other beyond the workplace. I mean that speaks.
Stop, James. I don't think I can go any further with this. This is too.
Oh, you take a break. We'll take it from here, Dave. Right. But
and if I do live with you, just tell Shelley that if she'll have the right settings on the dishwasher when I lean into it to put my pants on, I can start the dishwasher in the morning for you.
Nice. Man, this is just perks you didn't think of, wouldn't it?
It's a red letter day for you. $500, and you might get to have Dave Burney live in the house with you in the future.
Man, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm. And I would imagine the cats might like to come over and come in and see me.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Animals are good. They're healthy. That's why you see a lot of nursing homes. They do have
dogs and cats.
And cats in there, so that's important.
Yeah. I'll put the litter box in the garage.
Okay.
All right.
See, welcome to my world. How do you segue away from something like that? Huh? You don't.
Oh, man.
All right.
Love being here.
That's fun. Clang Financial, you always make it fun, guys, but I think we hit on a lot of really important points today. And, of course, as you mentioned, Steph is real busy right now with
she is.
ADC and all of that kind of stuff with Medicare and all of that. So I would think, there's a short window on that. So
yeah, and she does have Jenny in the office now, so there's two of them there helping clients come in, and Tanya is there as well. She's well versed on drug plans and those types of things. Okay. So yeah, if you need help with any of that or want a second opinion on anything, by all means give us a call, 872-6810. Stop in the office, 940 South D Street, across the street from Nebraska State Bank, and here to help.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. I just look over and I think, Brett, my heart is warm this morning with the offers you've made here to take care of me when I get older.
We could just do the breakfast show from my house.
Oh, perfect. That'd be awesome.
Apperson LLC. I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We'll take a time out with these words.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
It's gonna be a good day.
Every morning. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
Are you or someone you know struggling with depression, anxiety, trauma, or other mental health challenges? Do you wonder where you can get help and support locally? An online list is ready and available for you that includes local, trained, caring mental health providers. Visit mhpcc.org. Mental health providers and services available in Custer County can be found quickly and easily at mhpcc.org.
Need Fence Central Nebraska? Rapid Fence has your back. They pride themselves on quality, specializing in high tensile and barbed wire applications. They can also remove fence, clean up fence lines, and help with feedlot and corral fencing. If your fence suffered due to an unfortunate wildfire, go with Rapid Fence. Call 308-223-1320. That's 223-1320 for Rapid Fence. Or find them on Facebook by searching Rapid Fence. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic wants to take this moment to express their heartfelt gratitude to their patients. Your trust in them is the foundation of their commitment to providing exceptional care. They're thankful for the opportunity to serve you and your families, and they cherish the relationships they've built with each of you. As we gather with loved ones this holiday season, they're reflecting on the privilege of being part of your healthcare journey. Wishing you a joyful and healthy season filled with love and gratitude. Central Nebraska Medical Clinic in Broken Bow.
Poinsettia time is almost here, which means now is the time to order yours with The Secret Garden. Proceeds go to the Anselmo Myrna PTO. Head to The Secret Garden and tackle your Christmas shopping. Amaryllis bulbs have arrived along with new winter decor. They are open every Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and every Saturday 8:30 to 4:30. Proverbs 13, verse 20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble." The Secret Garden, 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
Someone to help show you the way. It is certainly true with finances and insurance. Whether you're starting in your career or are preparing for the retirement of your dreams, Echo is there to listen, understand, and help guide your financial journey. She invites your questions and offers complimentary consultations for your retirement and legacy planning. Echo Financial offers asset management and financial planning with a heartbeat. Visit echofinancialllc.com or call 308-848-2244 to book your appointment today. Advisory services are offered through Echo Financial LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Nebraska. Insurance products and services are offered through Echo Financial and Echo Pelster Insurance LLC affiliated companies.
Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers is proud to be servicing the Custer County area, and currently land is moving at a high rate of speed. So if you are considering selling your land, now is the time, or get an opinion of what your land might be worth. Call me, John Farley, at 308-530-7854, or check me out at lashleyland.com.
It's Dave and Brent getting the action started on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
All right, it's 8:53. Really did enjoy the conversation with Kling Financial, having a little fun with some things that we don't like to talk about, but I think you get the gist there that you sit down and have a conversation about things like that and then put the numbers around it. So thank you very much, Tim and James, for coming in. We appreciate it very much, and I look forward to giving my wife a break when I start going over to Brent and Shelley's place, maybe stay overnight 2-3 nights a week. But anyway, it's good to have those kind of conversations, have some plans for the future, Brent.
Yes. You're always planning. And somehow I'm always involved in your plans. I love that.
That's because you're a good guy. All right, now I'm going to try to do this because I always have a little trouble here because I want to play something I run onto yesterday. The Red Clay Strays are a group that we've been playing on KBBN, Brent, and they have some new music out, so I put their new song in yesterday. But while I was doing that, I found a version of this new song from the Ryman down in Nashville, a live recording.
Yeah.
And I thought it was kind of extra special, so I'm going to see if I can pull that up for you.
Okay.
And so that means I have to discontinue the Facebook feed because we can't do music on that. So let me, I won't discontinue it. I'll put it to music.
This is Linda Kenyon.
The House Ethics Committee also investigated Gates and could still release its report as soon as tomorrow. But the committee has no jurisdiction since Gates is now a former member of Congress.
Gates resigned his seat after Mr. Trump announced his selection. 40-year-old retired ski champ Lindsey Vonn ready to hit the slopes again after telling 60 Minutes Overtime in 2018.
After I blew out my knee for the second time, my family said, well, Lindsey, don't you think it's time now to just call it a day?
Vonn says she'll unretire and rejoin the U.S. ski team. A viral baby pygmy hippo in Thailand has her own theme song now. The tribute to Thailand's Mudang is available in 4 languages. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
At Boot Barn, we believe the cowboy boot is the foundation for a life well lived. We work, we raise, we break bread, and tomorrow it starts again. This life requires a boot that supports perseverance. Ariat boots undergo 150 steps to ensure performance. Boot Barn carries over 250,000 Ariat boots nationwide. Because out west, tenacity is second to none. Ariat at Boot Barn.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monsi Bolaños.
Week 11 of the NFL kicks off tonight with the Eagles hosting the Commanders, and it all starts at 8:15 Eastern Time. Commanders running back Brian Robinson Jr. will be playing tonight. Last night in the NBA, it was a good one for LeBron James and the Lakers.
Up for LeBron, dangerous pass, but it fouled him. He's underneath, scores! Between 2 defenders, timeout!
He's got fouled.
Is it an and one?
No, but he got fouled.
That was Lakers television from Spectrum Sportsnet as the Lakers took down the Grizzlies 128-123 behind another triple-double for LeBron James, 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists. Victor Wembanyama had a career-high 50-point game last night as the Spurs took down the Wizards 139-130. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 59 points and 14 rebounds as the Bucks took down the Pistons 127-120.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Bright sunshine today with daytime highs approaching 63. Southwesterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Clear skies tonight, lows dip down to about 29. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 58. Dry with temperatures above average Saturday and Sunday, and highs from the mid-50s to the low 60s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Got some sunshine out there this morning, 34 degrees. Barometric pressure up 1 point at 30.02. Humidity at 83%. High yesterday, 56. We picked up 300s precipitation from 7 o'clock yesterday after. We did have some rainfall after 7 o'clock yesterday, so we're at 9,900s precipitation for this month and about halfway through.
Dave, I'm getting concerned about myself.
What?
This morning, Shelley said, hey, the keys, your radio station keys, are laying right here on the counter. Mm-hmm. I said, thank you very much. I'll grab them as I take off. I get here to the radio station.
Sure.
And I'm like, I forgot my keys. Not that it's a big deal. I mean, the place was open, and so I go through the next half hour, and all of a sudden I just happen to reach into my pocket, and there's my keys. Dave, I have no recollection whatsoever of picking up my keys and putting them in my pocket.
Well, first of all, just get used to that.
Okay. It's kind of freaking me out. I'm like, I honestly have no recollection whatsoever of picking up my keys and putting them in my pocket.
Yeah, get used to
it.
it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it happens, and it will happen more
all right.
often. What you need is a little diversion.
Yeah?
And I got one for you.
Okay.
Anselmo Volunteer Fire Department's annual soup and pie supper.
Hey, there you go.
Coming
good,
up on
good
Saturday.
food for a good cause.
Yep. Saturday, November 16th, starts at 6 p.m. You won't find more salt-of-the-earth folks than Anselmo folks, and you won't find better food than what they have up there. A variety of soups and pies will be available for a free will donation at the Anselmo Fire Hall. All the proceeds go to benefit the Anselmo Volunteer Fire Department, and it seems like Anselmo gets its fair share of grass fires and different things that they take care of. So good way to help them out and have some fun with the folks at Anselmo this Saturday. Now, I won't promise that will fix you thinking you got something, picked something up, and you didn't, and you can't remember it, or you did it and you can't remember it. But it will be fun, and it'll be a diversion for you.
There you go. Well said.
Okay.
And if you're going to the soup and pie supper, chances are you're going to get involved in a conversation.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
And you want to be able to hear the conversation appropriately. And if you've been struggling with that, hey, let's face it, we all kind of get to that stage, and sometimes you need help. And the Nebraska Land Hearing Center is here to help you. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here in Broken Bow. Do you struggle with your hearing and or worry about missing out on conversations with family and friends? Well, if so, stop in to see Roxanne because she can help, offering extended discounts for new and returning patients just for staying local. And here's the key. Pricing is available to fit all budgets. So to find out more, make an appointment. Call 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852. The Nebraska Land Hearing Center. You'll find their office in downtown Broken Bow at the Broken Bow Chamber Building.
The Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership has a job opening, Family Outreach Case Manager, and this will remain open until filled. It's a nice starting wage of $16.50 to $18.25 an hour, depending on qualifications, with an excellent benefit package. And this is where you will help people secure permanent housing, budget money, set their goals, help them overcome crisis situations, and find the right resources. And qualifications that you must have, education and or experience in this area. Get a hold of the folks at CNCAP, Human Resource Department, at 308-745-0780, extension 105. As I mentioned, this position will remain until filled, open until filled. And this is for the Loop City area. Very important to note that. This is for working in the Loop City area.
And another job opportunity to remind you of. Again, you can find all the details by going to sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page, and you'll see that Rich Runlet with Rain Dance Repair is looking for a general laborer who will be working with Rich in pivot and grain bin repair. Now, you must have a driver's license, preferably with a good driving record. It is a full-time position, a starting wage of $20 an hour. Overtime is paid over 40 hours. There's no overnight travel required. We'll work Saturdays, though, during the busier seasonal times, which is basically April through September. But right now it's Monday through Friday, 7 holidays a year with 1 day of vacation accrued every month. Give Rich a call if you're interested. You can call him for more details at 308-870-4455. 870-4455. You can also email raindancer55@msn.com.
Thank you, Brent.
Hello?
Yeah, Christy?
Yes.
Yes, it's Brent and Dave. We just have a business note we needed to pass along to you. You did the Farmers National report for your younger sister, right?
No, I did it for my older sister.
Well, as the saying goes, whatever.
What's your question?
Well, since it was you voiced it, Brent has a message for you.
Okay.
Oh, no, put me on the spot. Well, I just saw that maybe it went just a little bit over the time that was paid for. And since you were maybe responsible for that, we thought that maybe we thought that maybe that extra time that was given should come out of your pocket.
Brent cuts out when he sits over. I don't understand why I can't hear him all the time, but he's cutting out.
Well, basically he's saying you went over for Farmers National today, and we're going to have to take it out of your salary.
I don't think so. That's not how that works. You guys would be broke if you took it out of your salary every time you let someone go over.
That's well said.
We got to go, Christy. That's enough. Goodbye. Oh, boy,
that's great.
Brand new from Bruce Springsteen, covering a good oldie for you. She Don't Know. She Don't Love Me Now, I should say. His latest, Springsteen on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
and everybody loves turkey.
Yeah, it's really good, and put a little extra on it on the way through, and I was really happy with it. I generally don't have my sandwiches toasted, but I thought I'd try that, and that was a nice addition too, to have that toasted just a little bit. I think you can just have those warmed up also, can't you?
Yes, you can. There is a setting you can ask for your sandwich just to be warmed, and the toaster oven does that.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. A lot of good people in there eating and taking out, and the crew was working hard, doing a great job. And I just wanted to tell you that it was tasty and the service was good.
Good.
Yeah.
I was just there all day yesterday.
Oh, you were?
Yep.
Yeah. So busy days,
We
right?
did their whole cooler unit.
Oh, got that all.
Pulled everything out, scrubbed all the walls, repainted all the shelving, and adjusted all the shelving, and then put it all back in.
And that's the walk-in cooler you're talking about?
Yep.
All right. Well, there you go. Clean, all ready to go, serve the customers. That's what it's all about. At Subway, you can stand there and watch your sandwich put together if you like, or you can order ahead. But I think some people are comforted when they can watch their food be created right in front of their eyes.
Yes, it is a nice thing to have, is having your sandwich made in front of you, especially for me. But a lot of people in these other towns don't know me so well, so that's kind of a favor.
All right. Well, there's so many choices. You know, you get in the store and you look around at the boards and you go, that looks good. That looks good. I should try this. I should try that. And I'm going to do more of that because there have been so many new additions that a lot of us haven't tried yet, Matt. I don't think they'll be disappointed in most any of them if you just kind of go with, you know, what you like, but in a different combination, right?
Right, and that's the nice thing about Subway is there's millions of ways you can make a sandwich. So, yeah, you can change your way up a little bit every different time, so that way you don't get burned out.
So are they still, you still have the big long cookie and the pretzels and all that sort of thing?
Yes, we do, and we actually have a chocolate mint cookie, peppermint.
Ah, just in time for the winter months. That's a good idea.
Yep, and it's a foot-long cookie.
A foot-long cookie. All right.
Yep.
Who would have thought years ago you'd be ordering a foot-long cookie?
I know.
Yeah.
Now I just wish we'd get some ice cream so we can make some ice cream cookie sandwiches.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if that's in the works or not, but with Subway, you never know. They might come up with something.
Yep, never know.
All right. Well, a good friend, my neighbor here, co-host Brent, might have a question for you. He's a food connoisseur, Matt. He's kind of like you. He knows all about food.
Plug your catering. We're gonna kind of get into the holidays there, Matt.
Yes, we are. Catering is at full boom with all the Christmas parties or just parties, whatever you want to call them, for the holiday season. But, yeah, we have platters, we have boxed lunches, we have party subs, veggie trays, cookie trays. So if you want to give a small gesture to a business you like and want to just come down and buy a cookie platter for them, they would really appreciate that. Sandwich platters are always good. But, yeah, we love doing the catering stuff.
All right. Well, it does make a nice gesture of generosity to someone when you bring in a platter from Subway, whether it be cookies or sandwiches or wraps, like you said.
Right. It makes people smile.
Yeah.
It really does, Matt. And if you're living in a neighborhood and neighbor sends over a platter just out of the blue, not expected, it just kind of makes your day. I would think it would maybe just cheer you up for the whole week.
Right. Even works good when a boss decides to do a treat for the staff.
Oh, yeah.
Say, hey, I really appreciate you. Here you go.
Matt, we're running short on time, Matt. I'm sorry.
What about, have we asked about help yet?
No.
What about help there, Matt, at the Broken Bow Subway? You looking for some people to join your team?
Yes, we are. We are always looking for help. We are always hiring because we're constantly growing and getting busier and busier. So with everything going on, yeah, we could use some more help. We're looking, I think, a night help and one more day help.
All right. And hours are still the same as we go through the fall into the winter?
Yes, I believe we are open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the week.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, Matt, we know you're probably itching to get out on the road, but thanks for taking time to talk to us today. We appreciate you very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. 9:22 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We appreciate that each and every day.
This is Jeremy Nordquist, president of the Nebraska Hospital Association. Nebraska hospitals want seniors to learn about Medicare Advantage before signing up. Medicare Advantage plans deny care more often than traditional Medicare. They can switch your providers to be out of network, resulting in unexpected high costs. And Medicare Advantage plans can delay your treatment when you need it most. Our hospitals want you to learn the facts about Medicare Advantage. Paid for by the NHA.
Agro Affiliates will be conducting an absolute land auction of the Crisp Farm located 6 miles east of Arnold, Wednesday, December 4th. The auction will be held at the Arnold Community Center at 11 a.m. Central Time. This 156-acre pivot irrigated farm is located on the south side of Highway 92. The farm includes pivot irrigated cropland, dry cropland corners, pasture, and a grain bin. For more property information and to register to bid, please visit agroaffiliates.com or call Bonnie Downing at 308-872-1323.
Looking for the perfect gear for your favorite athlete? Geared for Sports in Broken Bow has everything you need to perform your best. From top quality equipment to the latest apparel, they've got it all. And if they don't, they will do their best to find it for you. It's not too early to start your Christmas shopping. Geared for Sports puts you ahead of the game with a wide selection of sports gear, accessories, and apparel that every athlete will love. Get ready, get geared up, and get going. Visit them today at Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
9:24 is your time. You know, Jack's computer is not working very well, so
I saw
up.
that I saw that he had moved to a different computer and was working on it rather than his own.
I'm going to have to look at it. I'm afraid I'm going to find some games on there. Or something. I don't know.
Not maybe using it for things other than business, other than
not
work.
Business things.
And now it's getting bogged down. And
Yep. And, you know, he just told me this morning he's been here at KCNI, KBBN for 7 months now.
Oh, really?
So he's
so still on probation.
6-month probation. He just got over, but now we're going to have to extend that out for 1 year.
Oh, boy.
That's
it's all right,
breaks.
Jack. I've been here a total of 20 plus years and I'm still on probation. Don't worry about it.
It's prohibitive, Jack. Edward Jones started remodeling yesterday here in Broken Bow. They want you to know as clients they'll be working remotely so you can still reach out and do all the business you need to do at this number, 872-6849. 872-6849, the number to call for service at Edward Jones here in Broken Bow. They'll keep us updated as to when they'll be back in the office and apologize for any inconvenience. That number again is 872-6849. Give them a call. And we did see on the internet that they're putting in a hot tub and a sauna.
Wow.
Maybe even a wet bar.
Oh, man.
For their customers. So be patient, folks. You'll be able to go in your swimming suit later on and hang out in the sauna for a while and talk business.
That is so wonderful.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about your financial future, and let's face it, lots of times our financial future is dependent upon the markets, as we kind of talked about earlier in the show. And so, those can be stressful conversations sometimes.
Get warm and relax.
And now, including things like a sauna and a hot tub.
Bubbles, kind of soothe you.
Man,
Get ready
now
to
that is looking ahead. Well, that's impressive.
You go.
Wow.
You're a little nervous about this investment. I'm going to turn the bubbles up just a little bit.
I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit.
No, they'll take care of you at that phone number.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Janet and the crew ready to help you. The turkeys are loose in Custer County. Now here's your announcer to tell you which caller can play. We will take the third caller at 872-2801. See if Ollie's Coffee House and Boutique can give away a turkey this morning. Third caller at 872-2801.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. And you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio prediabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
We have Jerry on the line. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
How's things out there?
Oh, sun's shining, the wind's not blowing too hard. It's a great day so far.
All right, that sounds great. Let's see if we can get a turkey for your table for Thanksgiving. How many shots do you think it's going to take?
Oh, let's try 2 shots today.
2 shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull the trigger right now. Is it Jerry or Gary?
Gary.
Gary, I thought I recognized your voice. I apologize. I know you, Gary. I know you well enough to know your voice. So here we go. You said 2 shots?
Yes.
All right, here we go. I'm pulling the trigger right now. Gary, sorry, buddy.
Oh, just one.
One shot. Keep listening, keep trying, okay?
You bet.
All right, take care.
You bet. You too, thanks.
All right. If that would have been given away, it would have been courtesy of Ollie's Coffee and Boutique here in Broken Bow. And I know Gary won't give up.
No, you can't.
You just can't do it.
Don't give up.
Geez, look at Jack's computer is smoking. There's
oh,
smoke
my
coming
goodness.
out of it. Oh, man, I don't know. These new employees.
He's probably checking his fantasy football lineup.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Never know.
Speaking of that, I need to check mine. Maybe I can do that on company time yet.
Right now? Well, just go ahead then.
Okay, thanks.
We'll talk to you folks tomorrow.
Bye.
If we have any employees left.